Hey guys, welcome to another video. So in this video we are going to discuss about the Insight Daily and PIB summary of 29th September 21. So let's start. So we will make the notes also simultaneously with this video, and I'll share the notes in the description for you. So what are the topics covered in this? Like what's a prelim comp means? First one is a Bhagat Singh. Next one is the anti-defection law for the independent legislators, national action plan for the dog mediated rabies implementation, caste census. Next is the burden of climate change on the children born today, Punjab's desertification in the 25 years, National Disaster Management Authority, and facts for the prelims. So first topic is cheers on Bhagat Singh. So as we know that Bhagat Singh is the freedom fighter. Bhagat Singh was a freedom fighter. So this is the topic of freedom struggle. 28th September is the birth anniversary of the revolutionary freedom fighter Bhagat Singh. Key facts about him. The Bhagat Singh was born in 1907 in the Layalpur district, now in Pakistan, and grew up in a Sikh family, deeply involved in the political activities. In 1923, Bhagat Singh joined the National Police. Like that time, Bhagat Singh was just 16-year-old. Lahore, which was founded and managed by the Lala Lajpat Rai and the Bhai Parmanand. In 1928, HRA was named from the Hindustan Republican Association to the Hindustan Socialist Republican Associations. In 1925 or 26, Bhagat Singh and his colleagues started a militant youth organization called the Naujawan Bharat Sabha. In 1927, he was the first arrested on the charges of the association with the Kakori case, accused for an article written under the Pasadena Virodhi. It's a rebel. In 1928, Lala Lajpat Rai led a procession to protest against the arrival of the Simon Commission, and the police resorted to brutal lathi charge, in which Lala Lajpat Rai was severely injured and later succumbed to his injuries. To take the revenge for the death of the Lala Lajpat Rai, Bhagat Singh and his associates plotted the assassinations mean death, murder of James A. Scott, the superintendent of the police. However, the revolutionaries mistaken killed the J.P. Saunders. The incident is famously known as Lahore Conspiracy Case. This is important for brief. Bhagat Singh and the B.K. Dutt threw a bomb on the 8th April 1929 in the Central Legislative Assembly in the protest against the passing of two repressive bills, the Public Safety Bill and the Trade Dispute Bill. The aim was not to kill but to make the diff here, to remind the foreign government of its callous exploitations. Both Bhagat Singh and the B.K. Dutt surrendered thereafter and faced trial so they could further promote their cause. They were awarded a life imprisonment for this incident. Bhagat Singh was rearrested for the murder of the J.P. Saunders and bomb manufacturing the Lahore conspiracy case. He was found guilty in this case and was hanged on the 23rd March 1931, just the age of 23, along with the Sukhdev and Rajguru. Every year, March 23 is observed as a Martyrs' Day, a tribute to the freedom fighters Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru. So what is important for the pre? HRA, HSRA, Naujawan Sabha and the Kokri conspiracy, Lahore conspiracy. So we'll make some notes about this. So you should download this Folkseed reader and just make the notes about this. Like these are from the prelims. And this one. So this one is important. This one is important. We're copying the full line because this is important. Like this is important for remembering the what is the concept is. So that's why. So what is a Lahore conspiracy? So this one is the fact, and next one. This is important. And this one is important. These are some important facts from a particular topic. These are the crux of these topics, like just like 30 second or the 1 minute summary of the 5 minute topic. So we are trying to reduce our time of the revision and make the relevant points from the this revision was the contribution about same independence movement. So what is this? So next is the anti-defection law for independent legislator. Indian Constitution, historical underpinning and evaluation features. Anti-defection law. This is a very important topic. Independent MLA from the Gujarat, Vadgaon constituency, Jignesh Mewani has pledged the support to the Congress party, saying saying that he was not formally joined the Congress, he had joined the party's ideology. Provision of the 10th schedule do not apply in this case. Relevance. So what is the 10th schedule of the Indian Constitution? So it's popularly known as anti-defection law. It specifies the circumstances under which changing of the political parties by the legislature invite the action under the law. It was added to the Constitution by 52nd Amendment Act. It includes a situation in which an independent MLA who joins a party after the election. The law covers the three scenarios with respect to shifting of the political parties by MP or MLA. These include, like there are three scenarios. Three scenarios are there by which you can shift the party. When a member elected on a ticket of the political party voluntarily gives up the membership of such party or votes in house against the wishes of the party. When a legislator who has won his seat as independent candidate joins the political party after the elections. In above cases, the legislator loses the seat in the legislature on the changing or joining a party. Relates to the nominated MP. In their case, law gives them the 6 month to join. 6 months to join a political party. Like same case happened in the West Bengal also with the Mamata Banerjee. Matters related to disqualifications under the anti-defection law, the power to decide the disqualification of an MP or MLA rests with the presiding officer of the legislature. Law does not specify a time frame in which such a decision has to be made. The Supreme Court observed that the anti-defection cases should be decided by the Speaker in the 3 months' time. The legislature may change their party without the risk of disqualification in certain circumstances, like exceptions. Law allow the party to merge with another party. At least two-thirds of the legislature are in the favor. On being elected, if a member voluntarily gives up the membership of his party, he ceases to hold the office, he won't be disqualified. So these are some laws. On the basis of that, they can change the parties. So we will make a answer framework on this. Just a minute. So basically इसमें क्या बन सकता है? First we make the amendments of prelims. We make this only means. So this one is the question number 1. Next, we'll frame the answer. So this is the answer. Let's discover one new topic. National Action Plan for the Dog Mediated Rabies Elimination. So this is the issue related to development and management of the social sector. So on the occasion of the World Rabies Day, the central government has unveiled the National Action Plan for the Dog Mediated Rabies Elimination by 2030. The National Center for Disease Control had drafted the action plan in the consultation with the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. So what is the rabies? We'll discuss about. So rabies is a fatal but the preventable viral disease. This can spread to people and the pets if they are bitten or scratched by the rabid animal. Rabies is mostly found in the wild animals like the bats, raccoons, skunks, foxes, dogs. Mostly rabies that in the people around the world are caused by the dog bites. The rabies virus infected the central nervous systems. If a person does not receive the appropriate medical care after the potential rabies exposure, the virus can cause the disease in the brain and ultimately resulting in the death. The rabies can be prevented by vaccinating the pets, stay away from the wildlife, and seeking the medical care after potential exposure before the symptoms starts. So this is the something phenomenon of the rabies. So this is the saliva of the infected animals. 99% of cases are caused by the dog bites. It's a majorly based on street dogs because they are not vaccinated. The virus attacked the brain. Rabies is fatal once the symptoms appear. Treatment: throughout the washing of the wounds with the soap and vaccine injections can avoid the symptoms and save the lives. Seek the intermediate medical care. How to prevent the rabies transmission from dogs? Learn dog's body language. Raise the public awareness. No dog bite is equal to no dog rabies. Fatalities: rabies affect the poor communication. Poor rural communities, mostly in Africa and Australia. Risk to the humans of contracting rabies: high, moderate, and low. So this is the Africa reason. On the death, every 40% of the vaccine are children younger than the 15. Vaccinated dogs save the human lives. Rabies is 100% preventable. Vaccinated the 70% dogs break the rabies cycle, transmitting cycle in the area at risk. Every dog owner is concerned. So how is the rabies transmitted? Rabies virus is transmitted through the direct contact with the saliva or the brain nerve system tissues from the infected animal. Transmission: rabies affects only mammals. Rabies in India. India has around 20,000 rabies deaths a year worldwide. Over the 59,000 1,000 people die every year from the rabies. Around 40% of them aged under 15. Rabies is responsible for the extensive morbidity and the mortality in India. The disease is endemic throughout the year. With the exceptions of the Andaman and Nicobar Lakshadweep Island, human cases of rabies are reported from all over the country. These cases occur throughout the year. About 96% mortality and morbidity is associated with the dog bites. So this is next one is caste census. This is an important topic. Government policies and interventions for development in the various sectors and issues arising out of their design and implementations. The Union government last week told the Supreme Court that the caste-based data enumerated in the social economic caste census was unusable, but in 2016 the Registrar General and the Census Commissioner of India has informed the Standing Committee of the Rural Development that the 98.87 of the data on the individual caste and religion was error-free. So why the data is unusual according to the government? The government has said that the total number of castes surveyed in 1931 was 4147, while the SECC figure showed that there are more than 46 lakh different castes. 46 lakhs. It's a huge number. Assuming that some castes may bifurcate into subcaste and total number uh, cannot be exponentially high to this extent. The entire exercise was corrupted because the enumerator had used different spellings for the same caste. In many cases, the respondent and the government said had refused to divulge their castes. How have the caste details been collected so far? While the SC/ST details are collected as a part of the census and the details of the other caste are not collected by the enumerators, the main method is by the self-declaration to the enumerators. So far, backward classes commissions in the various states have been conducted their own counts to ascertain the populations of the backward caste. What kind of caste data is published in the census? Every census is independent. Every census in the independent India from the 1951 to 2001 has published the data on the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, but not on the other caste. Before that, the every census 1931 has the data on the caste. So what is SECC 2011? As Social Economic Caste Census of the 2011 was a major exercise to obtain the data about the social economic status of the various communities. It had the two components, the survey of the rural and the urban household, and ranking of these households were based on the preset parameters and caste census. However, only the details of the economic conditions of the peoples in the rural and urban households were released. The caste data has not been released till now. So what is the difference between census and SCCC? Census provides a portrait of the Indian population, while the SCCC is a tool to identify the beneficiaries of the state's vote. Since the census falls under the Census Act of 1948, all data is considered confidential, whereas personal information given in the SECC is open for the use by the government departments to grant and restrict the benefits to the households. Pros of the state census. The precise number of population of each caste would help the tailors the reservation policies to ensure the equitable development of all of them. The concerns associated. There is a responsibility that it lead to heartburn among the sections and the response demands for the larger and separate quotas. And there is a possibility that it will lead to the heartburn among some sections and response demands for the large and separate quotas. It has been alleged that the mere act of the labeling persons as belonging to the caste tends to perpetuate the system. Did you know the ANA Akbari included the comprehensive data pertaining to the population, industry, wealth, and many other characteristics? What were the contents of this? ANA Akbari, this is something similar to the common religion followed by the Akbar in their ruling time, like Din Ilahi. So this is similar to that. So we have to make something. The notes from here. What is SCCC? We have to make something from here. So this is related to second. And let's copy the questions also. Next one, the burden of climate change on the children born today, like global warming or the climate change, is the biggest problem in the today's world. So I think you have seen the cases of the Canada, like the 2 months ago. So we are discussing about something like that. A study was recently published by the researchers on the impact of climate change on the children born today. The study is based on data from the Inter-Sectoral Impact Model Intercomparison Project. How was the study carried out? The ISMIP data were used alongside the country scales, life expectancy data, and population data, temperature trajectory from the Intergovernment Panel on the Climate Change (IPCC). Key finding: children born today will be hit much harder by the extreme climate events than the today's adults. During his or her lifetime, a child born in the 2021 is likely to experience an average twice as many wildfires, 2 to 3 times more droughts, almost three times the more river floods and the crop failures, about the some 7 times more heat waves compared to a person who is say who is say the 60 years old today. What needs to be done? Under the scenarios of the current sufficient climate policies, a dangerous extreme heat waves event which has affect about the 15% of the global land area, and this could treble to the 46% by the end of century. The countries are able to follow with their climate policies. We increase the climate protection from the current emission reductions pledges and get in the line with the 1.5-degree target. We reduce the young people's potential exposure to extreme events on average day by 24% globally. So what is the intersectoral impact model intercomparison project? This is a community-driven climate impact modeling initiative that assesses the different impacts of the climate change. Initiated by the Potsdam Institute for the Climate Impact Research and the International Institute for the Applied System Analysis, since grown to the involved over the 100 modeling groups from around the world. So what is involved? NGOs, private sector, policy decision makers, etc. So this is something, the main climate summit 2019, COP24, 23 Fiji, 2019 Lima, Paris. So these are something summits. Punjab's desertifications in the 25 years, disaster management. So Punjab Vidhan Sabha Committee, constituted to study the water table depletions, has recently said the state will turn into the deserts in the next 25 years. If the present trend of drawing water from the underground acquire continuity, so it's a depletion of the groundwater case, and these are predictions that has made before or over the decades ago to study on the water table depletion of Punjab and projected almost the same time frame of the 25 years. How alarming is the water situation in the Punjab really? Out of the 138 blocks in the Punjab, 109 have already gone into the dark of the overexploited zone, which means groundwater extraction is more than 100% there to fall under the dark critical zone, while the 5 are under the semi-critical zone. This means around the 80% blocks of the states were already tried and 4% were worse of it. Water availability at the 3 to 10 meters, which needs a centrifugal pump to extract the water, is the most desirable, but the currently water is available at the 20 to 30 meters, more than 30 meter down in around the 24% of the Punjab. So what is the reason for scarcity? More Punjab is being drawn that it is being replenished. The rate of the water extraction in the Punjab is 1.6 times against the rate of the replenishment. Because of the adoption of the faulty cropping pattern, paddy crop hampers the water recharge because of the pudding method used to prepare the field for transplanting. Farmers must be incentivized to choose the crop patterns that require the less waters and go for the drip irrigation or the other water management mechanisms to save our only available DEEPL aquifers. So what is the desertification and the land degradation atlas of the India was recently released by the government of India. So this is something about the course. This is related to GS3. So and this is the answer. Next one is the Disaster Management Authority. 17th Foundation Day of the National Disaster Management Authority was celebrated on the 28th September. The National Disaster Management Authority was the apex statutory body for disaster management in India. It was constituted on the 27th September 2006 under the Disaster Management Act 2005. NDMA is mandated to lay down the policies, plans, guidelines for the disaster management. India advising the development of the ethos of the preventing, mitigating, and preparedness and response. Please note that Disaster Management Act advised by the creation of the National Disaster Authority, headed by the Prime Minister, State Disaster Management Act, headed by the respective Chief Ministers. So, what is the function and responsibility? NDM as the apex body is mandated to lay down the policies, plans and guidelines for the disaster management to ensure the timely and effective response to disaster. Towards this, it has the following responsibility: lay down the policies of disaster management, approve the national plans, approve the plan prepared by the Ministry of the Defence of Government of India according to the national plan, and lay down the policies followed by the statutory authority. So this is something important for the paper number 3, disaster management. Next one is the World Maritime Day. Maritime Day is celebrated annually on the 13th September. It provides an opportunity to focus the attention on the importance of shipping and the other maritime activities and emphasize the particular aspects of the work of international maritime organizations. Jojila Tunnel. Jojila Tunnel provides the all-year connectivity between the Srinagar Valley and the Leh. It's said to the Asia's longest PI directional tunnel. It will connect the Srinagar and the Dras, Kargil on the 15 meter ago. So this is something important for the prelims. So this is all for the today's lecture. I'll share these notes on the request. Please mention in the comment section if you require these notes. So happy reading. Let's meet at tomorrow.